Welcome back to the Foul Scoundrel, everybody. Today I thought I would do something a little different. I made a discovery in the Star Wars toy world, and it is how criminally underrated some of the new Star Wars toys are. And I thought, you know what? To put it into perspective, let's take a look at something a little classic, say 1977. And we remember 1977, Star Wars A New Hope, and how monumental it was to the world. I mean, opening scene, big ship coming out, boom. It had everybody sold. This is going to be something fantastic. This is going to be something new. It is lightning in a bottle. It doesn't get any more bigger than this. And then the toys come out, right? So you have this really awesome show. And then you have this really awesome marketing campaign that Kenner puts out. And you know what? Let's take a look at that really fast.
Here's the new Star Wars Death Star space station that you put together. Action figures each sold separately.
Darth Vader's firing a laser cannon. It's been hit. He's after Luke. Take the elevator. Hurry. Now cross the light bridge. You won't escape me. Jump, Luke. Oh, no. The trash compactor. There's a trash monster. The wall's closing. Saved.
Kenner's new Star Wars Death Star space station. Action figures each sold separately.
Alright, so Kenner put it all out there, right? This is Star Wars. This is the toys. These are the heroes. This is what you can do. These are a couple of the play sets. Boom. Everybody sold. Even today, those are priceless toys, and you cannot get a more expensive toy than a Star Wars toy. So when I look at a toy and I go, it's a Star Wars toy, and it's 50% off, right? You pay $11.50. Actually, this is 50% off $11.50. I got this toy for like $6. I mean, look at, you know, let's look at this same toy again. Look at this toy. Look at everything that comes with this toy. This action figure. This is Jenna, right, from Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This toy, look at the detail. Look how perfect the detail. Look what everything it comes with. Disney went all out for the sequel trilogy toys. It is amazing. It doesn't get any better than that. If I would have got that under a Christmas tree when I was a kid, I would have went out of my mind. So, with that being said, why are they so cheap? Folks, that is insane how cheap they are. I got this fin. My wife picked this up for me a year ago. This fin along with, I think I have another, yeah. I have the fin disguise, both of these guys, right? Look at everything they come with. Look how detailed this looks like the actor John Boyega. Look at this. It's amazing. Both of these guys, $3 a piece. $3 a piece. Not kidding. Unbelievable. I have Poe Dameron, right? Poe Dameron. The very first time you see Poe Dameron, this is what he looks like. Super, you know, Mr. 5 o'clock shadow, blaster, leather jacket, Poe Dameron. $3. Okay, I'm seeing a trend here. I have one more to show you. You're not, maybe you will believe it. I have one more to show you. Look at this. I got this. This is the Rey. This is a Kmart exclusive Rey. Starkiller Base has a Starkiller Base diorama pieces, right, where she fights Kylo Ren. This is one piece of it. I'm going to do a review on this little beauty as soon as I get the Kylo Ren piece that goes to it. We're going to take a look at this bad boy, this bad girl, and the bad boy, right? But look at the detail, folks. Look at this. This. You can see some of the green screen in the window. I mean, yeah, green screen. Look at this. This toy. I would have went bonkers when I was a kid. If I saw this or if I got this anytime, I would have went crazy. Look at this. Criminally underrated. Do you want to know how much I paid for it? $16. You can't get a Black Series action figure for $16 today off the shelf. It don't happen unless it's on clearance. And even then, those are hard to find. So, why are these so cheap? Well, I can tell you, the sequel trilogy was not popular. You know what? That kind of puts it lightly. A lot of folks weren't happy with it. Even Mark Hamill said, this isn't my Luke Skywalker. This really wasn't how I saw things going in my head. But you know what? That's okay. He also said Star Wars 1977 was a lightning in a bottle experience. It'll never happen again. That's okay. He did say that. True and untrue. Remember, Star Wars, like anything else that has a fandom, is everything you want it to be and everything you don't want it to be. What I mean by that was, like Return of the Jedi. I'm sorry, The Empire Strikes Back. Everybody remembers Empire Strikes Back. Luke is on Dagobah. He's training with Yoda, and he feels cold. He feels like something isn't right. There's a scene where he walks into a cave and faces off with a phantom, like a Force phantom of Darth Vader. Well, before he goes in, he says, you know, I feel death. I feel cold. What is this place? And Yoda looks at him and says, only what you take with you. And Luke Skywalker brings weapons with him, so of course, he's going to find an adversary. I think that is so metaphoric to the fandom. When you go see Star Wars, it is everything you bring with you, all of your hopes, all of your expectations, everything you want in a Star Wars. And a lot of times I've noticed that some of the fans kind of forget, this is a story being told to you, not you telling the story. We all want to see this. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, I was a little let down by the sequel trilogy, and yeah, I'll agree with the fandom. It wasn't great, but you know what? It brought us new heroes. It brought us all of these awesome toys. And you know what? You look at Kenner from 1977, all those toys, right? From this awesome movie, and the toys just weren't, they are not what we have today. Yeah, they were great, great toys. They still are. But the toys we have today, these action figures, the Black Series is the pinnacle. The absolute best you can expect from a toy, in my opinion. You get an action figure, even NECA, you know, the NECA McFarlane toys, you see some of those action figures, they are bonker detailed, out of this world. You look at Star Wars, the Black Series, it is the same quality. And you look at it and go, wow, that is insane. Folks, listen to what I'm about to say. We have The Mandalorian. We have The Book of Boba Fett. We have Andor. We have Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Okay, those toys did pretty decent. I have them. They're amazing. We have Solo, a Star Wars story. That didn't do very well, but those toys are amazing. And the funny thing is, I'm having a hard time finding those. Criminally underrated. Here's the thing. With all of the new Star Wars shows coming out, people are clamoring to The Mandalorian. They're clamoring to Jon Favreau and his interpretation of Star Wars. He's really doing great things with it. And they're about to do something amazing with Star Wars. It's going to kind of rewrite things. These toys are never coming back. Get them while you can, while they are cheap, because these toys are going to be collectors. Just like the 1977 toys that came out way back in the day, right? You cannot find those anywhere unless you go to a specialty shop for collectors, and you're going to pay an arm and a leg. You're going to pay a couple of $100s for a $3 action figure from 1977. Folks, these action figures right here, this John Boyega, right? This Finn, $3. I promise you, in 10 years, this bad boy is going to be $50 at least. They're not going to make them anymore. They're not coming back out. And if Jon Favreau and actually just Jon Favreau, his writing, right? If he goes forward with all of his plans, Not only is Gina Carano going to come back, not only is the Star Wars universe going to expand exponentially. They're going to have all of these new toys, all these new stories, and all of this will be forgotten. This will be part of pop culture history you're never going to get back. Just like Star Wars 1977, 82, 83, it's never going to come back. You're never going to have that lightning in a bottle again. Get them while you can. Get them while they're cheap. I'm going to gobble them up as fast as I can. I'm going to throw them in my collection as fast as I can because, folks, I'm not missing out on this piece of history that is never going to come back. So when the fans say, man, this wasn't what I was expecting, this is not the lightning in a bottle, I went to see Star Wars The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi, yeah, they weren't great films, but folks, that was still lightning in a bottle. That was still a Star Wars experience you could take your kids to. That was still the Star Wars experience under the Christmas tree that folks seem to have forgotten about. Get them while you can. Because they're going to go and they're not coming back. And the next thing you know, you're going to go to a specialty shop and you're going to see a Daisy Ridley action figure or a Poe Dameron action figure. And you're going to go, man, I should have bought that when that was $3 because that's $200 now. It's going to happen, I promise. And remember, everybody, toys, movies, all of these awesome things we love from our childhood that we want to pass on to our kids. It's that is the lightning in the bottle experience. Really, truly, truly is. And when I see my little girl, and my little girl sees Rey, she immediately sees, oh, that's a Jedi. That's a girl Jedi. And it doesn't matter if this was the best character in the world. That was a lightning in the bottle experience for my little girl that I got to experience when I was a little boy. Saying, look at Luke Skywalker, look at Han Solo, look at Princess Leia. So I get to experience that with my kids and my family. And regardless of how I personally feel about the sequel trilogy and the toys, it is that experience for them, and it just makes it that much better. And I have a better time with Star Wars now than I did when I was a kid. And the movies aren't as good, but they're still amazing to see. It's still something to behold. Disney is onto something, and they need to hold on to it and keep going with it, because right now is the most exciting time for Star Wars in the history of the film series. Folks, hang on tight. There is more to come. There are big things to come. More lightning in a bottle of experiences for everybody to enjoy. Folks, if you're new to the channel, leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification icon. That way you are notified as soon as more content drops just like this. And remember, folks, if it's from a galaxy far, far away, you're never far from a good time. Or a good toy.